What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Great Patriot here, DGP, back in with another episode of Patriot Keys. And yes, the Pro Bowl has just been released. The rosters and the starters, link down below to all the information will be in the description. But we're here to talk about, the guys, the Patriots that made the list. So we had two Patriots, one on each side of the ball. We had Tom Brady made the Pro Bowl, and we had Stephon Gilmore making the Pro Bowl this year. So now let's talk about this. Now, some people might say, this was a fan vote, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So this is kind of a little bit of a popularity contest. I'm more so interested, and I'm always more so interested in the All Pro status, kind of similar to the NBA, where I'm more interested in the All NBA teams and everything. So when we get to the All Pro teams, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But with these Pro Bowls, man, Brady made it, Gilmore makes it. Notable names that normally make the Pro Bowl that haven't been announced. Gronkowski, but we kind of expected that. Didn't deserve it this year the way he's played, and he's been out for majority of the year. Julian Edelman has slid in there, I think, one or two times, but we knew he wasn't going to get in. He doesn't produce the stats like that. Devin McCourty has made it in years past. Not really playing the best football. I mean, Dante House has made it. I mean, Gotskowski. I mean, the two guys named to the Pro Bowl, only one of them is really deserving, I think, of the Pro Bowl at this point, at this stage right now. And the one that's deserving is Stephon Gilmore. I don't think Tom Brady really deserved to go into the Pro Bowl. I think that was more so based off a name, based off of popularity. The quarterbacks that were named in that were Patrick Mahomes, Phillip Rivers, and Tom Brady. Now, do I expect Tom Brady to play in the Pro Bowl? No. He's either going to be in the Super Bowl or he's just going to decline the invite. So, Andrew Luck, he'll get into the Pro Bowl because, they'll put Andrew Luck in. But I think Phillip Rivers might go. But Tom Brady's not going to go to the Pro Bowl. He's been to Orlando. He's been to the Pro Bowl well enough in years past, especially, too, even when he's accepting the invite. So, half these guys that are getting named to the Pro Bowl, they're not even going to show up. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, I think maybe a guy like Antonio Brown might show up. He might not show up. He's all fun and games. But, these kind of older veterans, guys who's been there, done that, been to the Pro Bowl, they're not going to show up. So I expect Andrew Luck to be there. But, however, Andrew Luck should be in the Pro Bowl with Tom Brady. Like, it's facts. Like, I'm sorry. Tom Brady doesn't deserve to be in the Pro Bowl, especially because we know he's not going to be there. But he doesn't deserve to be in the Pro Bowl the way this season has gone for him, and the way the season has gone for the for this his throwing mechanics and all that stuff. He hasn't played as a top 3 quarterback in the conference this year. Do I still consider the best quarterback in the NFL? Absolutely, because I take it on, more of just off of one season, what I'm seeing. Will I still take him in the playoffs over Andrew Luck? Absolutely. But as of this point, Pro Bowl's all about regular season. You look at the stats, look at names. Andrew Luck deserves to be in the Pro Bowl, and Tom Brady should have. But Stephon Gilmore, man, the way he's been playing, balling out this year, shout out to Gilmore, man. He definitely deserves to go in the Pro Bowl. Maybe even an All-Pro, too, potentially, too, the way he's been balling out, man. He's been our defensive MVP. He's probably been the most consistent player. Another guy who I kind of felt was up there, and if you want to look at the other corners that he's joining, Xavier Howard of the Dolphins, another good season. Jalen Ramsey, Jaguars, we know what he does, and then Denzel Ward of the Browns. So the rookies get some love in there. Best corner, get some love, Denzel Ward. So I think it was well represented. The Chargers had 7, including rookie Derwin James, who got there as well. The only 2 rookies, if I'm not mistaken, to get in there, and then Also, even Darius Leonard didn't even get into the Pro Bowl, man. And I don't want to turn to his Colts video, but I'm just looking at the roster. There's a lot of guys who should have made the list that didn't, but they're going to become Pro Bowlers when people sit out and everything. But again, Stephon Gilmore, back to the subject. Stephon Gilmore, he deserves to be a Pro Bowl. Actually deserves to be considered for the second team All-Pro at least. But Tom Brady shouldn't be in the Pro Bowl, man. So that's how it is. My thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think that Brady deserved to be in the Pro Bowl? You think Gilmore deserved to be selected for the Pro Bowl? The fans voted it. These are the top 3 quarterbacks that they said they wanted to see, that they're the best in the conference, top 4 corners. And I just feel like Stephon Gilmore has been the MVP. And again, a sleeper that could have potentially made it. Let me go ahead and look at the guys who did make it in this position, which I think wasn't going to make it. James White could have potentially made it with the running backs. He had James Conner, who's had a great year, stepping up for Le'Veon Bell. Melvin Gordon, who stepped up, kind of having a second breakout year, letting people know that, hey, he's the real deal. Wisconsin backs aren't always trash outside of James White. And Philip Lindsay, who's been holding down in Denver. So those are the 3 guys. Would I put them over James White? I think I would, because the roles that they're asked to. But James White, he could have been a sleeper in there. Shoot, put him at wide receiver. He could have probably made it over Keenan Allen the way James White plays. But those are probably the 3 guys that could have been the Pro Bowl this year, realistically. Trent Brown was another guy who I thought maybe could have got a shot, but a lot of people don't really know who he is. Trey Brown's kind of played well outside the last couple weeks, but everybody's been playing trash the past couple weeks, so there's that. But again, Stephon Gilmore, if I had to give the MVP so far to the whole team, I say Stephon Gilmore's been playing the best football this whole team. He's a defensive MVP, offensive MVP. I guess I'll give it to Brady. But James White is up there. He's a close second as well. But hey, man, Stephon Gilmore's been the best Patriot this whole season, and he's getting the credit. And again, when we overpaid, when people thought we overpaid for him, being a number one corner, he came in and proved that he's working well in the system. So, shout out to Stephon Gilmore. Shout out to Brady. Shout out to all the Pro Bowl selections today, man. And again, I don't feel like Brady shouldn't make the Pro Bowl. That's just my opinion. But let me know your thoughts again. Like, subscribe, comment. Catch you next time, y'all. Peace.